All right, y'all. So I think we need to address certain issues within my current channel, and that is I have not one but two copyright strikes for no apparent reason I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you where the second copyright strike came from. It came from the short that I uploaded about the Michael Jackson biopic and the people that have spoken of why they love the film and critics were wrong. I literally just posted the people have spoken, and for some odd reason YouTube decided to take it down. I appealed my issues and they of course rejected it. I think at some point YouTube have always been the people that have been picking and choosing who can upload certain shorts and content, but as soon as I do it, I get in trouble for it. This is not only a slap in the face, but more of a, to me, because in my opinion, I feel like I'm public enemy number one. Because as many times I've uploaded content, I've never been this down my whole life. Because YouTube just doesn't care who they take down, who they strike. Because they know that deep down, I'm gonna always try to expose them in the future. Because I feel like they're the biggest hypocrites. And I'm sorry to say this though, but sometimes they're doing too much with the rules and they allow certain content creators to upload certain content, but as soon as someone like me does it, it becomes an issue. This how I do. I'm gonna wait for what expired. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just go 2 weeks without making any content. Because that's what the rules say. If you get 2 copyright strikes, you're not allowed to upload any content on your current channel for 2 weeks. Until I'm ready to get back on my grind in my current channel, you're gonna see me here going forward for the next 2 weeks. And hopefully y'all are supporting me during this strange times right now. So with that being said, I want to get into something positive, which is Mortal Kombat 2 updates. So do y'all see this right here? This right here is one of Warner Bros. / Paramount biggest W's of all time. Because Mortal Kombat 2 has now surpassed 100 million global mark. The film grossed an estimated 10 million internationally this weekend. Estimated international total stands at 39 million. Estimated global total stands at 101.2 million. I'm telling y'all, this film is doing some big numbers. Ever since the trailers came out last year, you already knew that this film was going to change lives. And I've always said this in all of my channels, all of my videos. Not all of my channels, but in all my videos that I've said this all the time. When content like this that looks good in the box office, especially how the trailers look, you knew you were in for a treat. This movie not only stands out to be one of the greatest video game adaptations ever made, but it's one of those video game adaptations that they got right. I mean, sure, the Sonya Blade and Sindel fight was very lacking and lackluster, but the rest of the film, chef kisses. I mean, I could go on and on about how good this movie is and why it brought the real fandom back together. Because the ones on YouTube, they hate this movie for some odd reason because they claim that it's not the Mortal Kombat 2 that they grew up with. Because it's missing some key factors, important characters, and important segments and moments, which I could care less about what they're crying about. But this movie did everything right for me. It gave me exactly what I wanted from the first film. And not only that, bruh, this movie, it passed the 80 million mark because the budget for this movie was $80 million to make. And now it's over, well, it's pretty much at 100 million. This is a great time to be a Mortal Kombat fan. Because I feel like this is the type of feel-good moments that a lot of people need to understand how certain video game movies are made. And I know certain ones that hate it, they're not real fans at all. All you see is young and old grifters that complain about good movies just because it doesn't live up to their standards or something like that. Mind you, they have every right to have their opinions, but sometimes their opinions are just straight up wrong, especially for a great Mortal Kombat film. I mean, come on, we waited what, 5 years for a new Mortal Kombat title, and as soon as this movie came out, it's doing big numbers in the box office. And y'all still hate it. Y'all are still crying because your hatred for the first film is still valid. That gives you the reason to hate on this second film because you hate the first film from 2021 still. You do realize that y'all have the biggest low IQs ever on social media. Them people don't care about your negative opinions. And that's why Tom Garner was blocking the trolls and the haters that don't play the games, that don't know the lore of Mortal Kombat. People could say they grew up with the games and stuff all they want. But at the same time, this movie did literally everything right. So I don't understand what is the main issue with this with this fandom. So I'm glad that it passed the 100 million mark. That means that if it keeps going, we're gonna end up at the 200 million mark, because all we got now is Japan. Japan is very big on Michael Jackson and Mortal Kombat, the franchise in general. So if it hits Japan sometime next month or even July, I understand that if we ended up at a 200 million mark, 300 million mark, we might end up on the $1 billion mark. If not, then we made just about enough for a third sequel. We got everything we wanted. So I'm very, very happy at this news that it's making its money, it's doing some big numbers, in its own right. As a Mortal Kombat fan, I'm very, very grateful for Tom Garner and the team behind Mortal Kombat 2. Y'all not only crashed out, but you gave us exactly what we wanted. And I can't wait for Mortal Kombat 3. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I'm out of here.